I was telling people how women need to learn how to get chose and kept. The dude want to keep them instead of just getting smashed. Because most women wind up just getting smashed. The dude don't keep them after he been with them.
Yeah.
That's a shame on you, lady. That's not a shame on him. All you women who are not kept after all that new you done gave away, your formula in life is wrong. Why don't nobody keep you? Why don't nobody ever say this? Nobody keep you. If you ain't never had a dude go out his way and do something big for you, you're a small woman.
And how
Dudes sacrifice for women they care about. They show the woman, look, you're not just riffraff. I care about you.
Pisces cuss. Mine of 3 kids, all by the same man, is a bartender and a hairstylist. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Right now, I'm looking for a Christian, very much into religion right now at this part of my life. And I just want somebody on that page, somebody that is family oriented, that can kind of guide me and my kids into a more positive direction.
Purity, you say?
Yes. I do not have sex. I do not sleep around.
Are you saying you're a virgin?
Born again, if you want to say it that way.
But I've been hosting the show for 4 years, and I know what they gonna say. I know what they gonna say. Now, maybe, it could be one or two things. It could be an easy way to weed through the men who are options. You can look at it like that. But this is what men will say. They will say you're a mom of 3, and now you want me to, your baby daddy doesn't even work. So you want me to be this amazing man and still wait to have sex with you until our wedding night, but you gave 3 kids to a man that you didn't have that requirements for, and you're already saying you don't want to have any more children. So if he wanted kids, well, I guess he wouldn't be the man for you.
How do you think that's
Sweetheart, I'm gonna tell you like this. My cookies is worth the wait.
Well, first off, check that, sweet. I know your cookies ain't worth the wait because you ain't made nobody wait. You got 2 kids without a marriage.
Sean, you ready?
Hi.
Hi, are you ready, boo?
I'm ready.
Is your name Sean? Where are you calling me from?
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas. How old are you?
36.
36. What you do for a living?
I'm a consultant and I'm a student.
Consultant and a student. Do you have any kids?
I have 4.
How old are your 4? I would never think you would. I would have never thought you have 4 kids.
I do. My oldest son just graduated high school this week.
Okay.
So.
How old are your 4 kids?
My oldest is 18. And then I have a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, and 6 years old.
Are they all by the same man?
No, I was married twice. 3 is from my first marriage, and my youngest is from my second marriage.
Okay. And when did you get divorced last?
2019.
What are your deal breakers?
If he has children and he's never married, the baby mom, that's a deal breaker for me. And if he can't afford to live the life that I can live.
Hey, but she got friendly kids, she's a hoe. If you, the first time you walk over there and the kids don't run and hide, they run to you like, hey, you don't know you from McKenna Bank.
Oh yeah, they met plenty.
That's
what I mean.
I ain't either.
A lot of side girls don't know their place, and it's my job to talk you through this. Your father would have talked you through this, but your mama ran him away before he gave you the game. God damn it, you know. God damn it, side girls, you got to put your side in. That's how you get a man. You got to start off side.
Collect baseball cards, basketball cards. Well, at the front of your collection is your fire, and at the back is them.
Right.
They back there with the Eddie Murray cards and the, the kind of
And they
okay
getting a
play.
little dusty.
Right, and
'cause
that's
they ain't being taken out or.
But
dealt
they
with.
put themselves there. That's the difference.
Sure.
When you collect baseball cards, you collect them based on the performance of the player. That's what gives them their value.
Right.
So I'm not putting them into play. I'm not putting her
put
somewhere.
herself.
She put herself there.
Right.
And that's the denial.
Truest definition of love when you take a woman back after she had to go out there and get ran through to find out ain't nothing brighter on the other side.
Yeah.
It's worse over there.
That goes a lot of way.
What's your name, baby?
Mary. I didn't know I was going to.
Huh?
I said I didn't know I was going to be accepted, but yeah.
Well, you okay with your scarf on your head?
Let me see.
I don't want the people to talk about you. The cousin's gonna talk about you. Okay. You gotta lay the edges down.
Yeah, it was just I was laying in the bed, but
Where you calling me from, Mary?
I'm from Charlotte.
Is that where you live?
Yeah, born and raised.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
What do you do for a living?
I own Salon Suites, and I'm currently in the process of opening up a cafe shop.
So you own Salon Suites. You have any kids?
I have one.
How old's your child?
She's 2 months.
You had a baby 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Why are you not with the father? It's only been 2 months.
Child, ain't nobody with their baby daddy.
You don't get higher than your baby daddy.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning if your baby daddy is right here, ranked right here, that means this is your level. The best you could get was a man to make a baby with this right here. So you don't get to make a baby with a man here and then go up here for a man to provide for him. You don't get no higher than your baby daddy. Because the only thing that's happened is you're old.
Just like it's your failures, baby. The more you fail with it, you got to hold on to all that failure. You can't come back and put it in my lap because you done got an extra or two because you don't want to follow instructions. And
They're in their place they supposed to be in mentally with you.
You ever collect cards?
I mean, I think from a male perspective coming into it, the fact is that the bar is on the floor, right? It's way easier to get from y'all than it is for us to go about the full process of a relationship and go through marriage.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Ladies and gentlemen and polite savages, we're now about to embark on a journey guaranteed to anger modern women and harlequins alike. The only thing that we can guarantee is that we tell the truth and nothing but the truth as we see it. So hold on. Are you ready? Let's go. Many modern women foolishly think that having a baby makes them more valuable to the person that they didn't have a baby with. It always boggles the mind when they say, hey, my standards are so much higher now since I'm a baby's mother, since I'm a single mother, since I'm doing this all by myself, that in order for you to come here and help me and bail me out of this situation I found myself in, you need to be up to a higher standard than the man who actually put me in this situation. And then they wonder why men look at them with the screw face and wonder, ma'am, what are you talking about? Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible for you to find somebody when you're in that situation, but what I am saying is that you must really be logical. Shooting for the moon and aiming for the sky, that's for people without baggage, ma'am. And you can get upset when I say it that way, but I don't know any other way to say it, because when we try to say it nicely like Kendra G did, guess what? You don't listen. Oh, well, maybe he's just not on the same journey that I'm on. Okay, ma'am, calm down. And what's up with this born-again virgin mess? You have 2 whole kids, and all of a sudden it's time to take it off the market. Ma'am, you do understand that nobody, absolutely nobody, wants to wait for something that's already baked. Another great tactic is a good old-fashioned shaming tactic. These ladies love to say, oh my goodness, you ain't paying for everything? Well, you obviously ain't got it. You ain't gonna make sure that I'm taken out nicely? You ain't got it. You want to go 50-50 even though I got a bunch of kids that ain't yours? You ain't got it. And all of these men are broke. See, this capitalism is beating you down. Well, ma'am, have you ever wondered, just thought just for a second, just sat down and just isolated yourself with your thoughts and figured out that these men just don't want to date you? Period.
Do you want to know the real reason why dating nowadays seems like pulling teeth? It seems like it's the most hardest, stressful thing in the world. The men are poor. Yeah, the men are broke, okay? They don't have it. They don't have it. See, back in the day, Because we live under the patriarchy, especially here in America, a man assumed the entire financial risk of dating. And it worked back in the day because men had disposable.
Hold on, just 1 minute. You're saying that the patriarchy is the reason why men who are obviously part of the patriarchy are broke.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Well, man, what would you rather believe? That men actually have it, but would not rather spend a solitary dime on someone as of yourself because they look at you and see that there is obviously no value in even wasting their time with you, or men who have been working hard their entire lives just don't have it. This is the delusion that women fall into to make themselves feel better about not finding the people to live up to their impossible standards, the standards that are so high that they can't even themselves live up to, but intend on forcing someone to live up to it. And the crazy thing is these ladies, they actually want to stay single until they find it. They sitting around waiting until the right man to come. 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old. What you gonna find them in a retirement home? Well, if you find them, then enjoy your last few minutes with somebody that you could have met 30 whole years ago with your goofy self.
I think things can begin to get unrealistic, though, for what people actually think is out there and available for them. You'll see multiple people want a man that's able to support a household on his own. Okay, well, let's think about what it actually costs to support a household on your own. And then think about how many people, not just men, think about how many people make that much money. It ain't wrong that you want that. It's probably wrong that you think every man that you come across is supposed to make that. And it's definitely wrong if you think a man is not a man because he don't make that. Most Americans don't make that. You know what I'm saying? Chances are you don't make that.
This don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
And the question is this: where does such obscene standards come from, ma'am? Where did these thoughts that permeate through your head, where did they originate? The fact that you actually think that you deserve so much better than what you have ever had. Now listen, I'm all for people having high self-esteem, believing in themselves, working on themselves, and making themselves better. That is not the question here. The question is, no matter how much you work on yourself, sometimes a 5 is just a 5, a 6 is just a 6. Sometimes you dealt a bad hand and a 2 is just a 2. That doesn't mean that you can't be happy. It just means that you cannot demand more than you can get. So dodging all the accountability for what happened to yourself in the past because you were just used as a doormat for a dude who just pumped and dumped you, you better go call Tyrone because we're not trying to hear it, ma'am. And as far as marriage, stop all the cap and stop acting like you ladies don't want to get married anymore. Oh, nobody's with their baby daddy anymore. Oh, we'll just have a baby out of wedlock and it's no big deal, knowing that you're putting yourself in a poor financial position. Well, here's the absolute truth. If that man got down on his knees and proposed marriage to you, and he was the man that you admired and that you wanted, there's no way in the world that you would say no. You're just sitting here capping, and the cappage is so enormous. It's just like me telling you I got a bridge in North Alaska to sell you with 24-hour heat and air conditioning. It just don't make sense.
I gotta hear why you said no first.
It's no. I don't want to get married. I hear a lot of bad stories.
So you never heard any good stories?
No.
You never heard no good stories about marriage?
No.
You want children?
I got 2 daughters.
You got 2 daughters. Like, why do people prioritize having kids before being married? Like,
Don't you think a man in the household would be the complete package for your situation?
Sometimes the one you married ain't even a complete package. You can have a whole wife and kids, and then it wasn't even fuck it.
I just can't see how people were prioritizing having a child before being married. Like, that's the same cycle we've been in, and that's the same cycle that's continued to hold us back.
What are you bringing to this so-called table?
Me, for myself, I work a 9 to 5. I'm a single mother. I take care of my kid. I pay my own bills.
But that's everything that you do for yourself. What are you bringing to the table as far as a relationship?
You're an adult. Everything you listed is you just being a human adult. So I expect you to be independent, just like I'm independent, Ace is independent, Drew's independent. We do everything for ourselves. Like, a lot of women's personality trait is that I'm strong, independent, and don't need no man. Of course, that's not showing me anything that you could offer a long-term successful relationship.
You've been a single mother how many years?
for 20 years. I had a bad choice in men at that time.
The reason why we have to tell y'all about being women is because y'all have failed. Your mamas have failed. Y'all were rebellious, or your mamas were rebellious. Y'all don't listen, or your mamas don't listen, didn't listen. So now we're trying to hammer this in right now.
Thank you for watching the TIP Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.